You are live. I don't even have my YouTube page up or anything yet.
Oh, come on now.
Oh, it's up and going already. Wow.
Well, I got you up on the boob tube. I put it to you like that, but nothing. I got nothing up there.
Dental insurance from Physicians Mutual
Oh, hell.
Insurance
There it
Company
went.
helps cover
That doesn't sound like me though.
No, that's commercial.
See,
Uh,
that's weird. I didn't get a commercial on mine.
really?
Yeah.
Now, on my cell phone, I do not have a
Oh,
commercial.
I was gonna say because you was that the TV you got it on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they tend to do more advertising on the TVs
Television.
now. Yep.
Well, see, I'm pretty sure you know it. On TV, I got it up there so I can see the words better.
Yeah.
And on my phone is if somebody needs to be kicked off, you know, but the laptop is what I do my live with. I hate doing live on my cell phone.
Oh, I don't like cell phone at all for anything. Pretty much,
Well,
you kind of have to have it nowadays, though, for phones.
yeah, yeah,
Um, I mean, a landline probably costs double what my cell phone
yeah.
would cost.
Don't even go there with that. We had. I've got a. I ain't gonna say a landline, but it's a home phone. I got it through Verizon for $26
Oh,
a month.
yeah,
Okay. Now I did have a landline through the phone company. It was about 90 some dollars, a month. And then when I got the cell phone, I was getting the exact same thing, and plus more, cheaper.
yeah,
The only reason I got the landline is for health reasons.
yeah. You
You know,
remember back in the day to where the actual landlines were pretty cheap, but
yeah,
um, like you had to pick a carrier. Like if you
yeah,
wanted long distance, you had to go with AT&T or Bell or whatever the case may be. Um,
yeah,
so that was the expensive part. And I remember when um, you would you would call your family or whatever, and that was a big thing. Everybody got together and you hurried up and you had like you get 5 minutes to talk and you get 5 minutes to talk.
yeah. Well, now our carrier was a Southern Bell at the time.
Oh, yeah.
And like you said, I think our long distance calls was AT&T. And when we left Mama's house late, they gonna worry about you.
Yeah.
And we devised a plan. When I got
Yeah,
home, I'd
I
make
know
a
what it is.
yep, make a person to
Collect
person call.
collect call. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't live here. Okay, that was the code. Hey, I'm
You're
home. I made it safe,
yep.
and
Yep.
nobody paid for it. But it's
Or it's like, oh hell, I don't want nothing to do with that guy. That's like, oh crap, it's time to go pick him up.
yeah, really. Now I remember 5 or 6 or somewhere along in that area. Mama taking me to my aunt's house. I don't know why, but I fell in love with her telephone. It's the type, and I'm talking what back in the 30s type telephone. You picked it up and hung it up on top, and
Yeah.
you had the rotary thing. I still got that phone, and it works.
Well, that's a good thing though. And that kind of goes on with this conversation that I've been trying to get out there. And I have my reasons why. And I think it's still a good idea to have this information, even if it's not an EMP. People's power goes out, and that's the same thing would happen, except for an
That's
EMP would be nationwide type thing.
Yeah.
Where
That's why I still
area.
kept these
And
because
they say that old telephone lines would still work because hardly anybody's using them nowadays. And
Yep.
if you had a phone, you could, and click, 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 click the buttons, you could still communicate with people with
Yeah.
with this. And that's all. It's not like it's 100%, but there's power still in those little lines. Not very much, but there's enough power that they could actually power out some lights or something like that, recharge some batteries.
Have you ever grabbed one of them lines, the naked wire, and about that time the phone supposed to be ringing?
Yeah,
That's a shock. That's a surprise.
yeah.
But
It's not enough that it'll make you go, jerk off like it was like raw, like
yeah,
110 or anything. But it's
it,
enough to where it goes.
yeah. And you would stay, let's say, electrified. You know how a telephone rings. The whole time it's ringing is when you'll get the shock, but when it stops ringing, it stops and then
Yeah.
it goes again.
Yeah. Vroom, vroom.
My dog hated me. But you are right about one thing. You lose power, you're going to lose internet. You're going to lose your phone, everything.
Yeah.
You grab that phone, you plug it in, you can still call and talk to people.
Well, that's the thing. Somebody else somewhere else has to have that
Line also.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, now I've talked to my daughter. She'd be on a cell phone and call the home phone, even with the power out, and I could still talk to her like that.
Oh yeah. That was the thing. It was, and
Yeah.
that when the power goes off, back then you could pick up the phone and call the power company and say, "My power's out. What's going on?"
Yeah.
Most of the time they didn't know back then because it wasn't, cell phone.
It was, but and they always told you don't be on telephone during a thunderstorm.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, when they started coming out with phones and speakers on it, I loved that. So,
Well, it's because that if lightning hits that power line and you're on the phone, whoop.
yeah, that's it. Have you ever seen ball lightning? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
I've seen it one time in my life.
You see it a lot out west
Okay.
because the big open skies. You see it quite. I don't want to say quite often, but I've seen some wicked thunderstorms, and for me, I love thunderstorms. That's
Yep.
rainy nights. That put me to sleep.
Well, now I know other than my wife, my daughter loves it. She's like me and mama. Well, mama's kind of like shut doors and everything. Me, open the doors, open the windows, turn the lights off. I want to see this. I love it. And the breeze you get right at the beginning or at the end of the season. Yes. And you tell people, I can smell the rain coming. They look at you like you crazy. Can't nobody do that.
Oh yeah, you can smell it. It's in the air.
Yeah. Or you'll be, and I know by the way you talk, you have seen this. Be standing out in the field and you can see the rain coming for a couple of miles away.
Oh yeah.
Just enough for you to run, get in the house.
Yep.
So, and it the rain brings out the smell of what do you call it? What's the name of them flowers? Honeysuckles.
Oh yeah.
Man, you can smell them a mile away.
Yep. You can smell it in the trees.
Yeah, you can. And used to, when the leaves turn backwards on the tree, it's gonna rain.
Oh yeah. Yep.
You can't do that no more.
Uh,
Not as often.
yeah, maple trees, you could see it real good. Oak trees a little harder, but you could make it out. But
Yeah, that'd
um,
be the shiny side up.
yeah.
Boss man, you got, or we got, or whichever one, got 74 people in chat right now. How many likes you got in here?
Oh
About
yeah.
10, 15,
Oh, 29. 29 likes.
29 likes.
Yeah.
Come on now. Y'all people, hit the like and the share button. Come on, that helps Bushcraft out a lot.
Yeah.
But it's just a bunch of BS going on in the world. You know, me and the wife, we sit there, we talk about it. Wish we could bring the old days back, but
Oh yeah.
it ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, I was talking about this. I don't know if I was on air this morning or not, but um, I was watching something, and the guy said that for him, the world ended 1999, and it went to hell past that date. We all know what
Yeah,
uh, 2001 brought, but and I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, wow, that's kind of true. I mean, there are some good things in there and whatnot, but as of kind of living, it completely changed from then on. Uh, Before that was, uh, and I'm not talking about politics or anything like that. Just the way things, it moved a lot slower. Kids still rode bikes and uh, went over
play,
their friends and
yeah, played in creeks or
yeah, and I and it kind of reminds me. I watched this video where this kid was saying, "You guys, why did you have to drink out of garden hoses? Weren't you allowed to use a sink, a faucet, or anything like that?" And I said, "Well, right there's the problem. This person doesn't understand that when we were kids, um, that's where, because we weren't allowed inside. No, you ain't going to go inside and make a mess of the house or whatnot. You got to go outside and play and do whatever." And
yeah,
when it was, everybody had a bicycle, and if you didn't know, because we didn't have a text to see where everybody is at, so you rode around your town or
neighborhood.
whatever, and oh, there's all the bikes over at who Tommy's house over there. You pulled in there, and everybody was outside playing. That's where
Yeah.
everybody was at.
Well, about the only time Mama would let us in the house is in a real bad thunderstorm.
Oh
But
yeah,
as soon as that storm's over with, that's it. Your
yeah,
tail's out, you know.
yeah,
And don't think that if you You got a little bit of dirt on you. You come home, take a bath or a shower,
No, that's what the
change
water hose is
clothes.
for.
That too. And back then, like you said, rode bikes from the time you got up to the time you went to bed.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And the way this, and I'm assuming it was a guy because I can't, you can't tell one way or the other now, or you can't call him one or the other now.
Watch me.
He kind of made it like we were abused, and to me, when a kid's face is stuck in there, that's more abusive than having your kid outside playing,
You
being
know
in
what?
nature and exercising and whatever the case may be. Because back then that was so much fun. And it wasn't no abuse. Oh, we had to drink out of a water hose. Ooh,
That's our choice. That
yeah.
wasn't parents' choice. And yeah, I was abused when I was coming up. If I didn't say sir or ma'am or yes or no, I got my ass tore up. Yeah.
Yeah.
And and nowadays it's called respect.
Boy, what'd you say?
Oh, you did not even get no out the mouth. Boy, go over there and pick that trash up. No, what? That's about how fast it was.
Oh yeah,
You know,
especially your not me so much, but I know others that like you would say when you're supposed to do dishes or do take your trash out, and if you'd have said no, oh man, that's the wrong thing to say.
you'd be taking the trash out. Matter of fact, you'd probably been in the trash can while you flying through the air.
Yeah,
It's yeah, yeah. People nowadays, you can call it what you want. Me, I call it growing up with respect. It
yeah.
ain't that I got it beaten. I don't think I ever really got it beaten. Now, a whooping, oh, hell
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
And 9 out of 10 of them, I deserved every damn one of
Oh
them,
yeah.
straight up. And don't think your mama or your daddy would not embarrass you in front of your friends. They'd bust your ass quicker in front of your friends than they would if you was by yourself.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
Chuck, I'm doing better, but I'm starting to lose my voice. And I noticed that when I woke up this morning. I
Yeah.
can't I can't sing the line sleeps tonight. My voice just can't go high like that. But it's just today's world. I'm sorry. You may be book smart, you may have degrees or whatever, but when it comes to common sense, the biggest part of you don't know shit. You
Yeah.
couldn't survive.
Yeah. And that's the whole thing. That's why they said that um, if an EMP hit, well, it would take multiple, uh, maybe 6. I'm not saying where or anything like that, but 6 EMPs, probably more than likely less, but would take out the whole everything, and it wouldn't come back like a
A
week
week.
or anything. This is years that it would be gone. And they said in the first 30 days, 90% of the population would die. one way or the other, be it from other people or
Common
them
sense.
jumping off a bridge or whatever the case may be, because that's just the way that they have it predicted. And I thought that can't be right. And I went and done some more research on it, and it's more like 92 to 93% that
Damn,
in
Chuck said,
the first month, 30 days. Now sit there and think about for those who are in big cities and stuff. Imagine walking through that city with 90% of that population
gone.
decomposing and whatever the case may be, because there's you might have a few people out there dig a hole, but it's not going to be like um, you'll never see that around, because it's going to be all over the place.
Yeah. And you're going to need a mask. I hate to say it.
Oh yeah,
And Vicks Vapor Rub,
yeah,
because the stench is going to be so bad.
yeah, and it'll take at least, and it's going to be an ongoing thing, because it's not like, oh, 30 days we get rid of all the Gen Zs and the people who don't know how to make a fire or um, uh, purify their water and stuff like that. It's going to be an ongoing thing, because there's not going to be there may be a law presence, and it would be military, but wouldn't the military wouldn't be for you.
I'm still thinking if, or not if, but when it comes down to that, the America law, okay, Americas would be in another country and other countries would be here enforcing the law. Because you think about this right here, the American people is not going to shoot its own people.
Um, y- yes, they will. When somebody's hungry enough, it don't make a difference where you were born.
Okay.
That I know what you're saying with you're talking like the military to protect something.
Right.
Um, it depends. There would be some that wouldn't, but there would be some that they're diehard military type,
Well,
follow
I
all
want,
follow all order type thing.
I want to bring something up. And I've heard my cousin talk about this. He was in Nam, okay? Plain simple. He said the old women and the younger kids were really the ones to watch out for, because they would shoot you quicker than anybody else. Can you imagine drawing down on a 10-year-old?
Nah, that's yeah.
Well,
They had it rough. That's all
yeah,
I
they
can
did.
say about that. Yeah,
And you got to look at it like this. They used the bathroom in the streets over there, out in the open. They ate with their fingers. And I'm not going to say what they ate. Okay. I won't go there. But it was a everyday common for them to do that.
yeah.
To where here, you'd be made fun of and probably arrested for it, And y'all look at it like this. When it comes down to it, pets are going to disappear. Your deer, rabbit, squirrel is going to dwindle to damn near nothing. Now, the people that are still living, they're going to do what they got to do to feed their family. And that, I think, the rules would be off the table. Depending. I can't say what I would do. I've not been there, and I pray I'm out of here when that does happen. You know, I don't want to see it.
Yeah.
Hello, what? Hello, Chuck. Nose picking. Stephanie Lie. It's been a while since I've said hello to you, lady. And we got Shift Kicker.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You get past all that, and that goes to show when you go to get water and whatnot, you always want to see where the source of the water is coming from.
Oh God, yes.
Because if you're sitting there, you're already saying 90% of the population is going to be no more. Well, there's going to be a lot of those bodies laying around. How many of those bodies are going to be in water? And that's where it comes. You want to know where that water's coming from.
Yeah.
And it's not like you can go up and turn on a faucet and, oh, here comes nice crystal clean water.
It ain't gonna happen.
You got 2 weeks after, and that's the thing. If power goes out, like say a really bad storm or the grid goes down, you got 2 weeks when generators are running. Now, if an EMP goes and it's not an EMP proof generator, there's no water. You'll have enough pressure, and if you're up on a hill, you won't get no water.
Do they even have a EMP proof generator?
Yes, and let's just say these types of generators, they look like truck trailers, 18-wheelers.
I know where you're going.
And they have been put in certain areas around the United States, quite a few of them within the last 6 months.
For the ones in chat that keep asking, I am doing fine, but the weather is changing and I'm losing my voice right now. I figure in a couple of days, my wife's going to have an excellent 2 or 3 days because I won't be able to talk.
Yeah, so, usually when your voice starts going, that means your glands are swelling up. They're fighting something.
Yeah. But now I average out losing my voice, I know for a fact once, maybe twice a year. And it's usually when the weather changes like that. Here, we've had beautiful days, 50, 60 degree weather, the type you can walk around without a coat on. Now, this weekend, which I can already tell it right now, they say it's supposed to be the coldest weather we've had since Christmas here.
Yeah.
But Chuck, I can't do that now. After I paid all my bills and everything, I transferred my money into her account. And y'all gonna sit there and laugh and stuff like that. That's the only way I can really keep up with my money. I am a impulse buyer. And I'll be the first one to admit it. My wife, she can, oh God, she can hang on to money. But
Yeah, just think if losing power during the wintertime.
well, we've been having rolling blackouts here, and so far, me and the wife, we've been lucky. Okay, now if we do end up losing power, and let's say like it's 10, 15 degrees outside, we can survive. I do have a wood stove. Okay, I do know how to start a fire, and we would close off all the rooms except for the ones we sleeping in and the bathroom. Everything else would be closed. You know, that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
You do what you got to do when you have to do it.
Yeah.
You know, we may not like it, but we'll survive it.
Yeah.
And
And I imagine that's where the 90% would go. They'd be lost. They'd be in a corner not knowing what to do.
well, see, I've got one grandson right now. I hate to say this. I really do. I've not spent a lot of time with my grandyoungins. I don't think he's got to know how to survive. Okay. I've got another grandson, which is there. I got 4 grandchildren, 3 grandsons, and 1 granddaughter. Uh, the 2 oldest ones, there's about 2 years between them. I think he's got the knowledge and the know-how of how to survive
Yeah.
because his mother and his father know how to do it, know how to survive. The other one, he, like you said, he kind of keeps his nose in the phone and plays games and so forth like that.
Yeah.
You know, and everything his mom and daddy tell him, it's wrong.
Oh yeah. In that age.
Yeah, he is. And one of these days, I'm gonna, if it ain't too late, he's gonna say, "Mom and Daddy was right. Let me get some information."
Thank you, John.
Really? When did that happen?
Well, I've been getting close, and then it go back down because it's been teeter tottering. That I needed
Ah,
like 20 and 30, and then it go down. I need 50, and then it just went over this week.
is it gonna stay like that? That you hope or you know?
It's let's see what 1411 now.
Okay,
So hopefully
great,
it stays up there. Because I'm
great.
hoping that we get that 15. That way I'll do a giveaway and stuff. Because I'm already talking to some seed companies and that want to sponsor it and things like that.
Okay.
Yeah. See how things
Grace,
go.
the 2 oldest ones is 18 and 16. The 2 youngest ones is 5 and 3. Damn, the time she gets them kicked out of the house, she got 2 more to raise.
But you remember? Well, I don't know if you Oregon Trail used to be a one of the first video games when computers were starting out, getting popular, the internet and stuff. And m-
Is that
majority
where
of
they
the
went
time you
cross
would
country?
die would be diphtheria or something like that from drinking water or food that had parasites in it or something like that. And that'll be true. It'll be almost like that, living in that time period.
Yeah,
If you don't know how to purify your water, you don't know how to find water, drinkable water, don't know how to cook food on an open fire safely too, because it's not like you're going to go out there and have a big old bonfire out there and cooking hot dogs.
oh
Um,
hell, that's the last thing you want to do is have a big
you
fire.
won't, yeah, you won't be around too much because that you can see it for miles and miles depending on where you're at.
Yeah.
And there'll be people like that just looking around for that little smoke or the smell of spam cooking on the fire.
Well, now that brings up something I've been trying to teach and preach on. Power goes out. We in a situation like that. Okay, there is what, a couple of weeks. Ain't got no power, nothing like that. The hell, and you got hungry youngins. You got a pound of bacon and eggs and coffee. Okay. When you cook that stuff, you just give yourself away. You're dead. Because when I used to go camping, what would wake me up quicker than anything was the smell of bacon and coffee.
Yep.
I'd come out of that tent and look, my stomach is growling. I'm hungry right there and then. You think about it. When shift happens, there's gonna be a lot of people out there who's gonna be cooking up all their meats, who's gonna be cooking bacon and everything. The not so good people is gonna smell it.
Hmm.
You ain't gonna have it.
And that smell, if you haven't ate for a week and you smell that bacon over, you'll find it.
Yeah, you will.
It's like those cartoons when the dog is floating in air with his nose and he smells that.
And don't think you can get inside of a building and cook it and nobody not smell it. That smell will carry.
Oh yeah.
It's like if you've never smelt what I'm fixing to say, you have no idea. It's like going down the road and a family up on the hill cooking chitlins. You can smell that for miles.
Yeah. Now
You know,
there's ways to dampen that stuff though too. You can actually uh, de- depending how fast you cook it is another thing. You can actually put water. We're just talking about bacon. You put a bit of water in there, and it'll dampen the smell.
well, I'm
And
not
that's
going to
not
disagree.
a high fast cook either. It's really slow.
Well, now I cooked bacon this morning and I baked my bacon. I'm sorry, it's got a better taste to it and they ain't got no fat to it at all. Uh, there was a smell in the house, but it wasn't like it was if you was to have fried it up,
Oh yeah,
you know. But you out with no power and everything. I'm sorry, there ain't but one way to cook bacon, and that's frying it up. You know,
yeah. I remember we went camping, and I just had open fire, and once the coals went down, I went or the flames went down. I put it right up on the grill and cooked it there, and
Yeah.
the grease dropping down on them coals. Oh man, you could smell that for the whole area, and it makes people hungry because that the smell of bacon. It's like, oh, there goes my belly.
Well, now Jim Boswell said bacon good with a bit of sugar on it. I'll go one butter, put some brown sugar, maple syrup on there. I ain't telling you to drown it in there. Oh, that's good.
Oh yeah. I mean, how many guys in chat has had cooked on an open fire to where you didn't have a fancy grill or anything to put on it, that you had to actually um, put your pot on some
Cold.
stones or something, to where it was setting up on stones where you had to cook on an open fire that way.
Put a one in chat. To me, that's the best cooking that you can do.
Mm-hmm.
Is open fire. It's got a totally different taste to it. Hamburgers, oh God, you've not tasted a good hamburger until you get you some oak and cook hamburger on the grill like that.
Oh yeah.
And something else, don't think you're going to be in one spot for long, because you're going to be on the move damn near 24/7. You ain't going to get the sleep you want.
Well, it depends how good you are at what you're doing. And like, say when this first starts happening, you got to think that most people are going to stay home.
Yep.
There'll be a few that um, will be down there at the courthouses and stuff, and the police and sheriff departments. Where's our help? Where's the government? That type of thing. The bigger cities, oh boy, that'll be really bad. Um, and eventually, those people, the police departments and stuff, they have families. They're going to go home to their families.
We're not going to have a police department then as we got today. You're going to be lucky to find a policeman,
No.
because it's like Bushcraft said, they got a family. In their mind, their family's going to come first.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like now, if they at the sheriff department, everybody's down there doing their work. They know their family has security and all this stuff at their house, and they're fine. But if there's no power and they don't know what's going on with their family, and there's no phone call, no phones, so you can't call for help, their mind is not going to be on saving somebody in the middle of the street. They're going to get home to their family.
Well, that'd be the time to have target practice.
Yeah. Al brought up something too. We have a lot of people who are locked up right now. And there is a lot of talks about this. What is going to happen with those? All power is going to go down for them also. If they're not already locked in, those people have to be guarded and stuff. You have those guards that have families. Are they going to stay there? And like I said, there's a lot of talk. What would happen at some of these? Would they let them out, or would they do them in, because there's not much you can do in that situation. It's not like everybody's going to stick around and feed them their food and stuff like that. It's one of those things. What would happen in that situation? And if they all got out, you got to imagine that's thousands of bad people right there.
Yeah. I hadn't even thought about that scenario,
Yeah.
but that is something to think about.
And the same things like hospitals. Hospitals will run for 2 weeks if they have the resources, meaning an EMP proof generator, which nobody can guarantee an EMP proof generator would work after an EMP, because it's one of those things that it's a theory.
Well, now that's something we talked about up on, I think 101, you, me, 101. You know, all that's a theory. You get a car, I'm going to use this as an example. Back in the 1970s, okay, it's when it had points, condensers, and no electronics in it. It's a theory that it would work. Well, listening to a few other people, you think about it. Generator on a car, it can be shot all to hell from an EMP.
Yeah.
The points can burn together, freeze up. That's not going to work. You have to think ahead and think about all this, and put back. But your generator and your points, you can't just leave them out in the open. They got to be locked up, so to say. And junkyards, I don't know how they are where y'all are at, but the junkyards around here is damn near pretty clean.
Oh yeah.
Okay, well, for one of the reasons is
People ain't got the money for that new stuff.
well, that's true too, and it's on ships out in the ocean. It's not being brought in here.
Yeah.
So where do you go to? You go to a junkyard.
Yeah, and there's a lot of talk that it's anything below a 63 now. And it all
Damn.
depends. It depends what car and what vehicle and whatnot. But they're saying mostly below a 63. Because, like I
Well,
said,
now,
I've been doing a lot of
I've got
research
a pickup
on this.
truck out here. Well, now the pickup truck I got, there is no electronics in it whatsoever, and it's set up on points
Do you have a
and
battery
carburetor.
hooked up to it?
Yeah, but I think it's dead. I got to charge it.
See, that would be fine though. They're saying that even if you have those, if a battery has and it has power going through the system, meaning the points and the coil and all that stuff,
Right.
that it would fry that. Now, many of us here know that you don't need a battery if it's a stick shift. You don't need a battery. That's the key. You can actually start a vehicle without a battery.
Now, I've never done this, but
Hopefully
I
it's
have.
downhill.
Yeah, but now I have heard this from my elders back in the day. You can jump off an automatic, but you've got to get it going faster.
Oh yeah.
And like I said, I've never done it, never
Not the
had to
newer
do it.
ones you can't.
Okay.
Because they have all that safety things in there that won't allow it.
Okay. Now, question. I mean, it just come to me. I just thought about it. Wait a minute. Let's say generator on there. Even though your battery is dead, wouldn't it still have a little bit of juice in there? Or is it completely shot
Well, that's
until
that's the thing. What the EMP does is it shoots a massive amount of electricity through it, and if there's already a circuit, power going through it, it amplifies it, so it fries it. So
Okay.
it all depends.
Like a light bulb going out right before, like
Yeah,
power surge.
yeah.
Yeah.
It
Well,
just goes and in a big old wave. It goes through and fries everything.
about like what happened back in the 1800s. I cannot think of the name of that effect. But they had one that come from the sun that knocked
Oh,
out.
solar flare.
Yeah.
And there's things in nature that does
Hey,
this,
look, it's
like a
Shift Kicker,
volcano.
the one and only
Wait a minute.
robot that will kick your butt.
Okay, shift kicker come in.
A volcano will actually do this.
Really?
Yeah, a massive explosion like that.
Yeah.
I think that's where they actually got the idea of it.
I have come
It's
here
from
to
a
chew
volcano.
bubblegum and kick ass.
Lisa just come in.
All out of bubblegum.
When they come in and you're talking, can't nobody hear what you're saying. And I think you said you've gone in and you've turned it down as low as you can get it.
Yeah.
The timer. Well, I see in chat people are talking about generators. Good generators here, good generators there. Now, what's going to happen when your generator runs out of gas?
Mm-hmm. Well, the main thing is even when we lost power here, I had my generator running, and I had it chained up to an automobile sitting out here, and the next door neighbor, they had a really big, all fancy one where you push the button, it starts by itself. And they had theirs up on their deck. Next morning, mine was still running. Theirs was gone. Somebody went and stole their generator in the middle of the night. Huh?
Easy access, quicker.
Oh yeah, it was bigger than mine. Mine had been moved. Like they tried it. And, oops, this somebody has smarts. They actually bolted it to or chained it to a vehicle. And next day theirs were gone. They ended up having to buy another one. And I told them, I said, that's why I have mine chained up. And they said, well, I never would believe somebody would steal a generator on your backyard in your back porch.
My God.
They never heard anything. And my cameras don't point over their area, but I did see lights come on. Didn't see anything else, but I seen the lights. So, and not only that, just think if you're 2 weeks in and you still have a generator running. Oh, this guy's a prepper. This guy's a
It ain't gonna
prepper.
be long.
He has some food.
If you are prepping, and I know this whole community knows this, but if you are prepping and you got stuff stored, you better have some things to help defend it,
Oh yeah.
because it will come down to that. Yeah, there's no ifs, ands, and buts about it.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be starting like a new mini series type thing for shorts. Um, you might be like it's like you might be a redneck, but I changed it and it's gonna be you might be a prepper. And one of the things is like you might be a prepper if you get ammo for Christmas.
Oh hell!
um,
Well, now using the word prepper, are they going to let you get by with it?
oh yeah, I mean, look how many people copy off of pinball. He puts prepper in front of every title he has.
Okay.
He has prepper and then whatever his subject's about, or prepping or prepping, or prepper or prepping. Can't talk. And well, he does get in trouble, but so does most of us.
Well, talking about some creators stealing from others, I've done seen that way too damn many times.
Oh yeah.
And I believe I can honestly say there's not a creator in this room that has not happened to. You know, but and it's a crying shame that they have to do that to make themselves look good and get bigger ratings.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's like our community. I don't mind throwing out an idea and let somebody run with it as long as my name is mentioned in it. You know, somebody I brought this up, I brought that up, I've done some research in it. Half of what I said was true, the other half was BS, which is normal. You know, but the point is stealing, you know, and that's what a bunch of other creators are doing.
Oh yeah. And um it's the internet. It's not like that's the first time anybody's thought of it, but
Oh, I know.
when some you are talking about something and it's like the research I did with the eggs and stuff. I purposely left out a certain step of who owns what companies and where it went. And when you see the same steps missing on their video, that means they watched watched got it from you.
Well,
And
see, I've been noticing.
me, if I um, um, watched something and had an idea, I put the who came up with it. I'll put it down in the description, give them credit. A lot of times, like different creators have different viewers that don't see these other people, and to me, I think it's better if we all share that. Uh, that way, more people it gets spread around more.
I would like to slap the bolts out of your bushy butt from that comment. You have a better chance keeping Jeff from farting.
What was the question? Oh,
There wasn't a question. He
oh
just,
yeah, is 8 Ball is Lisa a hard kicker? It's an 8 Ball reply.
ah.
Hey, Bunky.
Hello, young ladies. I literally sat there today, and I think it's the first time I ever done it. I went back and I watched myself on 101 last night, and where I left off, I watched the rest of it today. And listening to me up on there, there's a whole bunch of stuff I did not realize I was doing. And yeah, I'm gonna try. I'll put it like this: I'm gonna try to change. You know, I did not realize I was swearing as much as I was, and I apologize to everybody over that. So you didn't see how I cleaned my oven last night, did you, Bushcraft?
Nuh-uh.
A baking soda. Go back and watch 101s.
Yeah, I didn't watch the first part of, and then towards probably midway, I was there, but
Yeah,
was kind of hiding in the background.
yeah. That that brand of baking soda will not clean nothing. If you'll go back and watch it, you'll see what I'm talking about. Matter of fact, you'll laugh at it.
Well, a good way to figure out if your baking soda is any good, just put some vinegar with it. But be
Wait a minute,
careful.
hold on. Before you say anything like that, watch it, okay? And you'll see what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
Just watch it.
Wait, it's taking him forever to click that link.
Wait a minute, you got to admit, he's a Generation Z. He probably ain't figured out how to do it yet. He gonna chew me out. Hey, look, he figured it out.
Don't blame my computer, damn it. I'm sorry.
I'm sitting over there waiting to hear that beep so I can remove the comment. I'm waiting.
I hit the link and it took forever for the thing to load. And I'm like, come on, I know he's waiting. And then sure enough, you are like over here bitching about it.
He wasn't. I was. I just making fun. I was telling Bushcraft to go back and watch the part on your show where I was cleaning my oven.
You actually took your
do
camera?
I spoil the
No, let
No?
him watch it.
Okay.
Let him watch it.
Okay.
It's the first 5 minutes.
It was
Okay.
absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, the glass tops. They say sprinkle. You spray it down, and you sprinkle baking soda on there, or put soap with it, and then cover it with a towel, and then come back. I've done all that, and you still have those little rings around the burners. And if you scrub them, it's just going to leave marks on it anyway.
Well, look, I don't want you to embarrass yourself, but please watch it before you give any more comments. You will laugh at it, and then you would say, he ought to have his tail kicked for that.
Anyway, how are you, gentlemen?
Oh, not too bad.
We here. I'm in the process of losing my voice, but other than that, I can't win for losing.
What?
Oh, here we go again. I don't feel like trying to explain that one.
Okay.
It's a
leave that one alone.
southern.
No
It's a
shit, Sherlock.
southern
It always
thing.
is. It always is a southern thing with you.
101. What do you think how long would you think you would last from an EMP?
How long would your neighborhood let you last from EMP?
That's what I'm like. Due to outside forces, probably not that long. In
Yeah,
other
'cause-
words, I'm not going to be the one to cause my own demise.
Right.
Yeah.
Chuck, you have a
So-
good one. I'll catch you later.
Do what you with that comment is what you will. Wow, that was real good English. God, I'm turning into Biden. That's not good.
Yeah. Oh, damn.
We're in an
maybe-
economic depression. Like Jim Carrey.
Yeah, there's this girl on TikTok that says Biden's the best president we ever had. And she says, "Prove me wrong." Oh man, that's
Oh,
like,
that was a field day and a half, I bet, for the right.
yeah. There's so many people duetting that and playing the
TikTok
the
crap
speeches
and like
and stuff.
replies to that.
Yeah, and the
Sniffing.
sniffy Joe.
You know, I'm going to have to do a short and copy that from her.
Oh, there's a lot of them right now.
Well, at least she knows a lot of people are watching.
Yeah, I think it was meant for that. That way she get a lot of views, which she did.
Yeah.
She got a ton. Okay.
Really? No specking. Come on.
Oh dear, what now?
Does Jeff fart from both ends? And the fortune is you have a better chance keeping Jeff from farting.
Yeah. So why is everyone worried about this damn weather balloon crap? Y'all realize that like Google Maps has got everybody pinned by like for the last 15 fucking years.
Yeah.
Like, and we're worried about some stupid ass weather balloon?
Yeah.
Well,
Just saying.
now see, the only reason that entered my mind is what I asked Bushcraft earlier. You know, could an EMP be strapped onto that? You know, that was my only worry right there.
I know a lot of the Chinese tend to do that with the weather balloons, and they did it back in World War II, where they tried to bomb the United States via weather balloon, and it would go up in the Gulf Stream. That's what it's called, right? Gulf Stream. No,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? The
Yeah.
jet stream, and it was such a failure rate
Oh yeah.
as to touch the United States that most of it hit Canada. Okay.
Yeah.
So
The early
this
things,
is like a fluke beyond all flukes.
the Pearl Harbor, that was one of their plans, was balloons at one point, and they found out that they would need thousands of them just to hit a couple things.
Right.
Well, now,
it would be
didn't Hitler have a fleet of Zeppelins?
Yeah.
Not a fleet.
Well, anything
And-
over three.
Either way, yeah.
And the thing is, they weren't just filled with hot air. They were
Hydrogen.
one little spark and they went.
Hydrogen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there wasn't no married women on there.
What?
Bushcraft said it was filled full of hot air. So evidently that means it was a bunch of married women on
I
there.
said not filled with hot air.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that because it was the boom boom gas.
Hydrogen.
Ooh.
Right?
Huh?
Hydrogen.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's when the one over here, I think it was in Pennsylvania or in New York or New Jersey somewhere.
Okay.
The
Yeah.
Hindenburg went up.
That was here?
Yeah.
The fuck?
I'm thinking it was
Why did I always
Jersey,
think
New York
was it
area.
in New York?
I ain't gonna say it was in New York, but it
What?
was between Jersey and New York is what I'm
Why
wanting to
in
think.
all of my bullshit that I've studied that I always thought it was in Germany?
That may be
Well,
something you can look up.
yeah.
But I was literally with Bushcraft on this. I thought it happened in the States.
Correct me if I'm wrong in chat, but like,
I was right, New Jersey.
really?
Who
And
said it?
37 Manchester Township, New
Shit that I
Jersey.
don't know. Like, holy crap.
36
I don't know why all
passengers.
these years I thought it was in Germany.
Actually, 62 survived.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought there was no survivors. What the fuck?
Yeah.
What is
Well,
this, the Mandela effect or some crap?
well, it says survivors 62, 23 passengers, and 39 crew.
Could you imagine seeing that fire coming at you? The only thing you are able to do is kiss your ass goodbye.
And not only
Excuse me,
that,
kiss
but if
your
you
rear
do
end
survive,
goodbye.
you do realize that you're like, oh, I'm going to plummet a couple hundred feet to the ground.
Well, that's what a lot of them did because they came in. They came in and they jumped out.
Yeah, it was
A
in
lot
the
of them-
process of landing, wasn't it?
A lot of them got hit by it when it completely went down.
Right. Huh.
I'll be back in a second.
But yeah, I knew it was one of those Pennsylvania, New Jersey, or New York. And I think that after that they pretty much stopped using them because they used to if you watch those old movies, you used to have the balloons that were tied to the buildings and stuff when the airplanes came in. I really didn't understand what a lot of that was for, though.
Damned if I know.
Deterrence or something, maybe. But yeah, it was leaking gas.
Just like Jeff's ass. Sorry.
Oxygen from the outside and a spark. And they said possibly static electricity ignited the gas, leading to a fire which consumed it.
That's pretty bad when like you have to worry about static electricity.
Yeah. I've seen Nate still I've seen him on Twitter because he a lot of times he likes when I post the videos and stuff on Twitter and Facebook.
Huh. I'm just scrolling through YouTube. Sorry. Kind of trying to do two things at once here. And it doesn't seem to work for me.
Yeah, but and that's a thing I haven't really seen too many people talk about, is in that situation where an EMP takes out everything.
Well, I told you on my stream, just the planes that would be knocked out of the sky would set
Oh, yeah.
thousands of fires, and good luck trying to respond to that shit. So
Yeah, and that depends what kind of these. If it's on the ground, you won't have a lot of the high flying ones. But if it's detonated in the air,
well, think about it.
you would
That
have
weather
all that
balloon.
falling down.
Think
Yeah.
about it. That weather balloon's at 60,000 feet. Most aircraft are below that. 60,000 feet is reserved for high profile.
Yeah.
So, just a thought.
But what I was getting at is the prisons.
I'm not so much worried about the prisons as I am getting a 747 through my fucking front window.
Yeah, and it depends what route you're in of these
Let me put it
places.
this way. Being in the Metro Detroit area, they crisscross everywhere.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I hope one's or two or three's flying over the White House at the time.
Yeah, and then the talk about this thing, they say if, we don't want to shoot it down because it might come down and hurt somebody.
Bullshit.
They have one little thing that they would shoot out of an airplane and it would disintegrate it. You may have little bits and pieces of plastic or metal, but the majority of it is going to be.
Oh,
So they know if it's important or if it's dangerous or not. They already know all this. And like Lake, she said she just heard about it this morning, and I heard about it 7 days ago when it was.
I only heard about it this
headed
morning.
over. Yeah. And I didn't. It's nothing like I was going to report anything. And then boom! Oh, it's a spy balloon, and it's a weather balloon. It's a balloon for the lunar thing or whatever they said it was.
Well,
but
now
the government already knows when something's close and whatnot. They already know all that stuff. And if
so a question is, why did it get into our airspace and why is it still there?
Yeah.
Why is it being allowed here?
Or they've already they already said it was theirs. I mean, China themselves, and said it was a mistake. Now, if they didn't claim it and whatnot, I wouldn't put it past our own government to pop something up there saying, "Oh, look at over here. Look at everybody's attention's over here. We can get away with this stuff over here." And because especially now, there's a lot of investigations going on, a lot of places being raided and all that stuff. And that's the thing, we don't know what story is a decoy and what stories are for real.
That's why I've just been sitting back monitoring things because I don't really know what the fuck's going on anymore.
Yeah, it's just like on the Matrix when Neo is walking down a crowded street and there's that one chick with the red dress on. He's like, "Woo!" And
Well, now, something kind of hit me a few months ago. Let's get back to the shift. When the power and everything goes out, what about the nuclear plants? How long is it going to take them to go kaboom?
Again, I'm not worried about the power plants as I am a 747 through my window because that's more immediate.
Wow. Well, see where I'm at right now. I ain't worried about the planes.
Okay,
That's one of
power
the things
plant wise,
I am.
you're going to have about maybe a week, 2 weeks if it's
It-
got proper cool down shit.
yeah, it all depends.
If it
Yeah.
doesn't, then you have maybe 3 to 4 days.
See, now where I'm at, I've got one, I'm going to say probably within 70 miles of me right now.
I don't know
And
if you'd really be
I'm-
affected then.
But what
If-
about
if
the
you're within-
fallout?
If you're within 50 miles of either a nuclear plant or a power plant, then you have issues. But if you're outside of that, I wouldn't really worry. You're gonna worry. I would worry more about the people from the city.
Coming out to you first.
So you're pretty.
What about you? What about the satellites that's kind of up there?
What low Earth or low
Yeah.
Earth orbit?
They fall all
They're
the
gonna
time.
stay up there.
Okay.
Well, they fall all the time. There's report like that one website I go to. There's like anywhere from 50 to 200 a day that fall, or junk that falls from previous ones that
No.
have collided or whatnot. That's how much stuff falls on Earth, and most of it never makes it. Some does.
Burn up.
Yeah. But I don't think there's maybe if a space station, one of those space stations may cause a bunch of damage. But that's the thing. Remember, just like the balloon, we had the satellites that were falling down. That's one from China, then one from Russia. It was a big deal for a whole week, and then it landed in the ocean somewhere.
Would you lay down? Dog jumping up in my lap, staring at me. Well, I think the neighborhood has got a couple of new dogs.
Yeah. What makes you say that one?
Well, they've been gone for about a week, and there's some different type of barking on the other side of the fence over there.
Oh,
Remember what I was telling you earlier in the week, 101?
In regards to?
Dogs?
pit bulls from Alaska.
Yeah,
Oh.
aggressive.
Oh.
And the other neighbor has got two youngins that walks from the house, well, up through my driveway to catch a bus in the mornings and in the afternoons also. This dog's finding the leftover M&Ms that fell to the floor about a week or so ago.
Oh boy. You're gonna have
He ain't sleeping in my house tonight.
okay, I was just say you might end up with
Yeah.
rainbow colored turds all over the house.
No. He will not mess in the house at
Oh.
all.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with some of that chocolate, or even the nuts is bad for them.
Well, it's peanut butter. You know, it ain't the nutty one. It ain't
Oh,
the transgender one.
Speaking of which, I'm just about out.
Digital Hawk said, I told my mom about the baking soda joke. Good one. Oh, wait till you see me. I got to go get a beer for that one. Y'all see, y'all, I hate. Mhm.
oh, this is new.
I'm gonna try that one. What's his name told me earlier today about sitting on my hand waiting for it to go numb.
Oh my.
Okay, at least I know he ain't froze. He's just reading.
Oh, yeah, something just popped up. It's
Really?
H5N1.
Why
The
have I
bird,
heard that before?
the
No, it's the H1N1, Jeff, that you've heard.
Okay.
this is the bird flu is now mutated, and it's going to mammals, and it could be going to humans.
You know what? If it
It's a
goes to humans, it's man-made.
it's a, it's in UK at the moment. Oh, they have reported found 9 otters and foxes tested positive for it, the pathogen. In the
Okay.
U.S., the disease have found skunks, bears, raccoons, red fox with it. In France, the virus has spread to cats, Spanish minks.
Damn.
So it's spreading.
I don't care what anybody says. My opinion is man-made because it stayed with the birds for so long, and now all of a sudden it's spreading like it is, like wildfire. No, it
Well,
ain't. Something ain't right.
the thing is, like what they're doing with the chickens now, which is supposed to be coming out, or they're supposed to be immune to it by uh, the middle of the year. They're they changed the DNA of the birds to be immune to the bird flu, which means they could create a new strand.
Boy,
That's
there's some shit I want to bring up, but can't do it.
Can you bring it up on my live?
The chances of what I'm wanting to say would probably give you a good strike. No, don't back talk me. I'll knock you for a loop.
What the fuck?
Don't
you
do it. This dog.
Oh,
He started to bark at me. He started to bark at me. And when I said what I did, he kind of rolled his head a little bit like, don't talk to me like that. You'll hear him bark in a minute.
Yeah, there's actually a good movie. I think it's still on Prime Video. That I think it's the name of it's bird flu. When it actually starts mutating and then goes to animals and then goes to humans and that, oof, goes all over.
Grace Johnson is the neighbor's dog.
And the thing is, what they show is how people get, the government locks people down in these communities and stuff, and
again, there it is in the movies, slapping us in the face.
I keep telling you this. You don't believe me, and now you're like, oh, well, look it again. Fuck.
Did you not hear what I said?
I'm agreeing with you, Jeff. I'm not.
I know, and I'm just using your words.
I'm talking more to chat than you, Jeff.
Oh, sorry about that.
That's why I said I'm agreeing with you. Lisa Anderson's like, dang, 101. Again, this is going to be the year of I told you so.
When are you going to get your
year of the
cup?
dog, not the year of the monkey, but the year of I told you so.
Oh, hell.
I think it's a rabbit, isn't it, this year?
Confucius say, I told you so.
Confucius said, screw you.
Exactly.
Yeah, and when they lock people down, that you only get so much food, and there wasn't any medical. It was just keeping you all locked up, basically, until
Bitch,
it
I'm going
ran
out
its
to get
course.
food.
And if you survived, you kind of did. If not, you either starved to death, or your neighbors came over and did something to you so they get your little bit of food.
Can you imagine being like on your front porch or some shit? Being like to your family members, be like, hey, watch this. You put a single saltine cracker out in the street, crack a cold one, and sit on the porch and watch the masses.
Oh, that would be mean.
I'm sorry, that's
It'd
like
be
entertainment. That'd
Until
be
they
the
figured out
entertainment of SHTF.
until they figured out who put the cracker out.
Right,
And
until
then
they
you
figure out who put the cracker there.
Whoops.
Oops. It might be the guy with the beer.
You gonna be live tomorrow night, right? 101.
Yeah.
I may do that tomorrow night.
What?
It's too late to go to the store to get a beer tonight.
Oh. Why would you put a single saltine cracker out in the street and watch it?
Watch the birds eat it.
Oh.
Spread the bird flu.
I've got one of the best tests, with I don't know if you can say that word or not, starts with a C. The type of flu,
COVID, the coof?
Yeah, the coof. Okay. The best coof test is you get a can of beer, you pour it in a glass. If you can smell it, you're good. If you can taste it, you all right. Keep repeating as needed until you got it down pat.
Yeah. With those videos about the people claim that it was child abuse to make your kids drink out of water hoses and stuff like that.
What the fuck? Did you guys see my comments earlier? I was like, and Razor Scooters, aka Broken Ankle. Y'all remember that shit or no?
Yeah, I had one.
My kids had Razor scooters,
the
but
foldable Razor scooters that were made out of aluminum.
Yeah.
And forget about going down the hill on one of them.
that or inline skates,
I
rollerblades
hate
or
'em.
whatever they call them.
I couldn't stand up on them damn burn things.
Yeah, I remember going roller skating on the 4-wheel ones
Yep.
on Fridays or Saturday nights. That was a big thing. The people who did that a lot, or the kids that did that a lot, had their own little suitcases that carried their skates in them. They had them all bedazzled up and stuff.
Yep.
That was a big thing back in the day.
Well, I remember Bicentennial Wednesday, you could get in for a bicentennial quarter back then. God, I wish I had all the quarters now that I spent roller skating. Or or better yet, skateboarding.
Oh, there's a rollerblader. And skateboard. I was really big in the skateboards.
Oh, I was too.
I remember the hard plastic ones, or right before they came out with the resin wheels.
Shit.
You turn that skateboard and it would slide sideways, and you go down the hill. Because that was the thing. It was the downhill thing. And then we got the new wheels, and then it was on sidewalks and things like that.
We
The scooters?
No,
no
skateboards.
skateboards.
Oh, skateboards.
Yeah.
We lived in a neighborhood that had a steep street on it. And we'd get up there on top and we'd skateboard down them. And you pray a car didn't come while you were skateboarding.
Yeah, I remember we used to have them really, really long skateboards for downhill. And you just go woo, woo. There was no hitting the back of the back and turning it. You had to lean into it like this and go around cars.
I remember in Alabama we had the long boards, the ones that had the off-road tires.
Yeah.
And Alabama is naturally a hilly place, at least where I lived. So all us kids would get the longboards out, and well, we did the stupid thing of lay down on them face first,
Oh,
go
God.
down the hill.
It's a good thing you didn't live out in California, ain't it?
I couldn't imagine.
With all them hills.
San Francisco. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I would, if it was no
That's one
vehicles,
thing.
I would like, well, not now, but when I was younger, I would have done it. Is rode down some of them hills, flying in the air with that. Oh yeah. Nowadays, hell no.
Can you imagine going down a hill on a bicycle and the chain come off?
Oh yeah, I've had to brake and then go into the back wheel.
Yep. How long did it take you to learn you don't mash that front brake first?
Oh, I didn't.
What,
have
on your
front
bike?
brakes.
Yep.
Oh, I used to do that shit all the time. If I can do a front wheel stand on the bike.
Well, yeah, that's after you got good. But how many times did you eat that pavement up before you learned all that?
Never, because I always hit both brakes at once.
So that's what I'm saying.
You guys in these two brakes. I only had one.
I had one of them fancy ass mountain bikes.
Oh.
Well, now it depended on if I liked the boy or not, if it had two brakes or not.
I actually raced for red line way back in the day, because it used to be Mongoose. Mongoose was the popular 20-inch bike, and then red line came out, and that thing was so light you could hold the frame up with your finger.
We got a
I
college
had
fan.
I had one of those bikes that had the kickstand on the tire hub in
Oh.
the back, and I took a spill one time and it went right through my knee.
Ooh.
Stuck
We
right in the inner side of it. It missed my knee joint. It went behind my knee about an inch. The kickstand did, and believe it or not, I got up and walked it off, and I've been fine since.
Hello, Harvest Mary.
Yeah, I remember when I was really young, you get them cards and you would stick it in your back tire to where it went.
Yeah, with a clothespin.
Yep.
I got one better for you. How many of y'all lived in a 2-story house?
Nope, never.
Oh, you missing it. You miss. Get to the top of the stairs with a piece of cardboard.
Oh,
No, I
Man,
did have a basement with stairs, so I mean,
did you ever go down them on a piece of cardboard?
no. I went down them on my snow sled.
Oh, that's almost as fun. Or better yet, a real thin mattress, but make darn sure you got the front of the mattress. You're holding on to it.
curled up. Yeah.
Yeah, because if you
You
don't,
ever
you're
have
gonna flip.
you ever have carpeted stairs as a kid, and
Yeah.
you kind of went to the top and you kind of planked down the stairs, and you always get the edge of the step up the ass.
Yeah, I've done that. And I have also slid down the stairs on nothing. But make sure you got long pants on. Don't do it in shorts. That'd be one wedgie you'll never forget.
Or slid down the railing until you hit the bottom and sung like a ballerina.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I couldn't go that high.
Got that ball at the end of
Yeah.
it. And in some cases, you and the ball become one.
Harvest is like carpet burn. Yes. I remember one time as a kid, I was a stupid one. I don't know what possessed me to, but I put my forehead to the carpet
Oh no.
and I ran.
Why?
I don't know. I never will know to this day. I can't remember why. I don't know why I did it.
So you
But
had a
I
big
ended
old
up getting
scab
carpet burn
right
on
there
my
on your
forehead.
forehead.
Yes.
And they take forever to heal up.
And it's one of the worst scabs ever, too.
Yeah.
Well, now, how did you explain that to your classmates?
I don't think I did. It just kind of was there.
Yeah, because there used to be the joke that
Kind of, Carlo, because you were a boy prepping. No shit.
there used to be a joke about carpet burns on your knees.
Oh yeah.
That's a whole new story. Carpet burn on your forehead now.
Oh my.
That's the way it would go around this area.
Moved. Oh boy.
Never mind. I ain't going there with that one.
Oh, do you see they came up with a new thing for StreamYards?
No.
You can have a little name down there.
Talking about when you coming up into the show.
No, look at my thing over here.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. It's a headline.
So that's what that means. Because I was coming up on yours the other day, and that was in there. And I
Yeah.
didn't know something about what's your title or something like that.
Yeah. You
Hold
just
on,
go,
my
go, go
computer's
edit your name and you can put whatever you want down below it.
Hold on, my computer's froze. What
Uh,
are you showing now?
Okay, you see Bushcraft's picture up there?
Oh, I see. Yes, I see.
I don't know. It really doesn't make any difference. I guess it's maybe it'd be good if you had like a guest and you can put their a link down there or something. I don't know the whole purpose of it.
Out.
Actually, oh yeah, it cuts them both off.
What the hell is going on?
Hmm.
Why?
He is a
My
kid playing
computer's
with
got a
new
mind of its
toys.
own tonight.
Yeah, how many people got their pant legs stuck in there?
Bicycle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, a lot of times back in the day, you didn't have little tight knit little uh,
Pants.
pants. You had big old bell bottoms. Oh man, them
Yeah.
things get really stuck in there. I never really did get too many bell bottoms, so mine was all regular
Mine-
straight leg.
My
Oh,
bottom parts of my jeans were so ripped half the time that
yeah.
the strings would get caught in the chain.
Yeah,
Oh, I got the meanest damn look at Walmart the other day. We were walking, me and the wife was walking out, had buggy, groceries and everything. This girl come in, she had to have been late teens, early 20s. The only thing on her pants connecting the back was one little strap right there at the knee. And I didn't think I said it loud, but I told the wife, I said, well, I reckon she's coming in here to buy some new pants. You can see her ass through that one. And the wife laughed and she'd give me a mean look, boy.
You know, it's funny nowadays. Ripped jeans are more expensive than intact jeans.
yeah. They're made with the holes and stuff in them.
And the
Yeah.
thing is, like, as my jeans rip, they actually increase in value.
Back in my day, if you had even a hole in your pants, they made fun of you.
Really?
They said you were so poor or something like that, you couldn't afford pants or.
Not in the 80s. 80s, that's when it was big. I remember we'd go to concerts and stuff, and then the first thing you do was cut the sleeves off and to cut the sides out.
Mm.
And there were some people who were really good. They would cut slits and stuff and have different designs and whatnot.
Yeah. Who said that? Be charming. If I wore a pair of pants with patches on it to school, it was over with. You got pegged for that whole year. Now that is the fashion. What happened?
Yeah, I remember toward the grunge area, they actually took certain jeans out and hung them and used a shotgun on them.
Yeah, I remember when that was
And
going.
then turned around and double the price of them. I'm like, wow.
And now I have seen where they would hang brand new jeans up on the clothesline and take a razor blade and cut them, and then turn around and sell them for more than what they paid for.
Yeah, wash them in and then what was it, stonewash jeans and stuff like that.
Yeah, stonewash. Say that again.
Uh-oh.
What
When
happened?
I went hit the wrong button.
I'm wondering if he's going to have a show tonight.
Uh-oh.
The way his
There you go.
computer's going. Hey, look, he's back.
Sorry about that. My fucking computer just decided, oh, nope, it's not going to work now. The last word I heard out of your mouth, Jeff, was poor.
Pork?
Poor.
Oh, poor.
Because of holes in jeans or something?
Yeah.
Yes, I said wash.
Whoosh.
Okay. I was wondering if your computer had a glitch in it. Wash.
It just shut down on me, and then it got back together. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, I know. You got to go.
Yeah, I got a kick out of all the new videos today about a balloon.
You got kicked out?
Huh?
What'd you say?
I got a kick out of all the
Oh.
new videos about the balloon.
Okay.
And I'm like, nobody heard about this before then? It was a big thing, or wasn't really a big thing. I seen it like 4 or 5 days ago.
Well, I've known about these weather balloons for years, so it's not a big deal.
Yeah, and it's just, this is not the first time we've had a balloon from another country fly over us. And some of the stories that's come up with these balloons is like really weird.
Well, now, what did you tell me? We had one that come through, what, in 2020?
Yeah, the last one was in 2020.
Well, see, that name never even heard of.
Yeah, they have. You can
I mean,
actually. There's a list of them.
Well, see, I'm like 101. I've been knowing about weather balloons, God, I'm going to say since I was a youngin'.
Yeah.
But for them to fly over us, spine.
Well, see, that's the thing. We don't know that's what it is. It could be just what it is, a weather balloon.
It could blow it off course.
That's the thing. The media and news and it's a spy balloon.
Well,
and if it was, we would have never seen it. It would have been gone.
Connie Carlo, I agree with you 100%. On Friday nights, this time right now, I'd be in the car running up and down the road at $1 a gallon for gas.
Oh, I remember it cheaper than that.
When I first got my driver's license, it was $1 a gallon.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. I remember when I was actually driving, it was 69 cents, and this was in Phoenix, Arizona. AM PM was the place where you get. Everywhere else was a little bit more than that, but I remember 69 cents. And I remember before that, in Ohio, Phillips 66 gas station, my dad ran it. It was 30. It was in the 30s. I can't remember what.
I'm gonna go get ready for my shit, so I'll be back.
Well, now, how many people remember full service gas stations?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you just pull up, somebody runs out, they check your oil, the tire in your car, they wash your windshield. The whole time, you getting gas. Nowadays, the only time you check your oil, if you know how to check your oil, you do it yourself. I know. And I meant to say it that way.
Yeah. Now
Video.
they the light turned on. It's time to get oil in there. I'm serious. That's what a lot of people think that light's for. It's time to add oil.
When I worked at a gas station, and it's been many moons ago, I had a woman come in. She said she needs a dipstick for a car. And I asked her, I said, you mind if I look at it? She said, yeah, go ahead. Raised the hood up. I said, you don't need a dipstick. Right there it is. She said, it ain't long enough. It ain't telling me how much oil's in it. And I went, oh my God. And that's not no joke. That's reality. So, well, she knew a lot about vehicles.
Well, you see all those ones where that one girl's trying to figure out where to put the gas in an electric car.
Yeah.
Or even I'll admit it, my son-in-law, he put windshield wiper fluid in the radiator. It bubbles all over the place. Overheating him. Why is it overheating? And there's bubbles coming out everywhere. Open that thing up, and there was like a bubble factory. It's just spewing out of there. We had to have that thing running. And I ran a water hose through that thing. It took forever to get the bubbles out of that thing.
And your chances are you were laughing the whole time.
Oh yeah.
I think the worst thing that I really truly done, and I regret doing it now, is one of the cities that I used to visit had a public fountain in it. Now, this time it did not have no fish in there. Okay. So I went and bought a box of soap powders. And as we rode by, I tossed it in there. Come back about an hour later. Man, that whole damn street was shut off. It was bubbles everywhere.
Yeah, my daughter knows more about cars than he does, but he's a good he's a good provider. He takes good care of her and stuff. That's all I care
That's
about.
one thing.
Yeah. I taught my daughter how to change the brakes and change oil and all that stuff.
Well, you know, I've said it before. I would not let my daughter drive a car until she knew how to change the oil or change the tire or
Yeah.
check the oil and check the fluids. Because it's like this right here. You never know. You got a girl, let's say, going out in the country. She has a flat. Does she know how to change one? You know, that right there is an open invitation to bad people. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
You know, if anybody in here has got a daughter and they fixing to drive, please make sure you teach them how to change the tire, check the fluids in there, everything.
Yeah.
But
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and end the live today. I want to thank everybody for hanging out with us. I don't know if many of you know, but on my other channel, Bushcraft, I've been going live in the mornings for a few hours. Probably going to continue that on Mondays and Tuesdays. So if you're up early and want to hang out, that's a good place where we're at. And we're going to head on over to 101s and we'll catch you there.
And we want to thank all the mods for doing an excellent job too.
Yeah. And we'll catch you guys on the next one.